Hey everybody, welcome to another YDF Live. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YDFLive.com, a program to help you become the influencer that you are. So I thought I would do news on YDF, what we're doing. So myself and Maria had a meeting this morning. We normally have a meeting on a Friday, but she was on holiday. We were going to have a meeting yesterday, but the internet was totally down, no broadband, no connection whatsoever. Yesterday, even on my mobile phone, it was a nightmare trying to get signal for that as well. We've got bad signal in Motherwell. We've got Shelley Sweeney just joined us as well. Welcome to you. It's good to have you here. And Curtis Sena. Elle Summers in the house as well. Welcome, Elle. Good to see you here. And so, Kathy Baker as well. Welcome to you. So what have we got going on at YDF? I'm really excited. So here's what we're going to be doing for the next year. We're going to be webinaring the shit out of everything just now. We're going to be doing live training every week for the next year or so. And the reason we're doing this, and I've kind of spoke about this before, I'm going to do this in all parts of the business. So I've got positive life affirmations. We're starting to work on scripts for webinars for that, mini webinars for positive life affirmations. So instead of being 90 minutes long, they're only going to be about 40 minutes long or something. I'm going to do it for, I've got a side project I'm going to be doing, but I've not even started it or thought about it. It's just a side project about teaching people how to get into cryptocurrencies as well. So I'm going to be writing a webinar script for that, but that's kind of way back at the bottom of the pile. And that's only if I get around to it, because I'm really getting into cryptocurrencies and I spend about an hour, 90 minutes per day on cryptos as well. And a lot of people are asking about it and how I'm doing. And the portfolio just now is up about 200%, which is really good. So I'm not going to teach people what kind of crypto coins to pick. I'm just going to teach them how to get into it, what to look for, and stuff like that. So it's going to be a really good kind of program as well, but it's at the bottom of the pile. So I'm writing kind of webinar scripts just now, or rewriting the webinar script for YDF. So a lot of you have been on the live training. So we're going to try and make it better every week until we get a really good webinar. And the reason we're doing this, I'm going to look at some numbers just now. I'll just see the numbers. The numbers are doing okay. They're doing okay. We're getting about 3 or 4% conversion rate. Probably more if we count the people that kind of buy after in the replay section. So we're probably getting about maybe 5% or 4 or 5% conversion rate for the sales, which is not brilliant. I'd like to get it higher. That's why we're going to be tweaking it every week. So we're going to be working on that. So we're getting sales every week. Even last week we had 33 people turn up live, and I think 22 people kind of watched the replay. Not all of it, but watched some of the replay. And I think we still had 3 sales from that. And that's hardly without kind of Facebook advertising. We didn't spend that much at all. Obviously I'm still testing and working on the Facebook advertising to try and get that much better. That's going to be a long process, unfortunately, but I'm really excited about it. I love these kind of the numbers thing, and it's a challenge for me to get kind of web registrations or webinar registrations under $20. Hopefully get them down to about $5, $5 to $8. And if we can do that, if we spend $5,000 on ads every month and we're getting $20,000 back, then I'll happily pay $5,000 every month on advertising. But I need to start small first, get the numbers up and really work on that. So webinars for YDF, we're going to be working on that for the next year. For positive life affirmations, we're going to be doing 11 mini webinars to get people into that program, and it's only it's going to be $97 for a full suite of kind of positive affirmations. I'm going to be doing a webinar for Messenger Masterclass as well, Messenger Masterclass, and the YDF Brilliant Facebook Live system as well. We'll put that into one, and we'll do an upsell to YDF after that. So we'll make a webinar for that. We'll make it automated though. We'll just do an automated webinar. It won't be live. And we'll make webinars for the cryptocurrency stuff as well once that eventually comes out. As I say, that's bottom of the pile for me, but it's just something I'm really interested in, and a lot of people are asking me about it as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next year. And for YDF Arizona, that's what I'm going to be showing people what to do. is webinars. That's one of the trainings that I'm going to do. I wasn't going to tell you that, but I can't hold any secrets. I'm no good at keeping secrets. So that's what I'm going to be doing at YDF Arizona. I'm not going to teach it anywhere else. So I'm not going to teach it in the YDF program. It might come out next year. I might do a training program on it next year and just put it in the YDF program. But I'm just going to be doing it at YDF Arizona. That's one of the lessons you're going to learn if you come to YDF Arizona. So Jen is going to be there. So Jen, you'll get to learn all about webinars, and I think, Jen, this will be really good for you as well. I know you've got the yoga thing going on just now, which is really good. I kind of logged into your back end program for the yoga, and it's good that you have all the past episodes there. I don't like the Facebook group. That's just a personal preference, but I like to see the kind of live or the trainings that you had before. And I've still not had time to do it, if I'm being really honest. I've still not had time and taken an hour out of my kind of days to do that. But I'm in there, I've got it, and I learn at my own pace as well. That's why it's good to have the replays as well. So yeah, that'll be really good for you as well, the kind of webinars and the live trainings. So I'm going to be teaching that at YDF Arizona. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to be teaching. As I said, you're not going to be able to get that anywhere else until possibly next year, when I get really good at it and I can show you some really, really good numbers. But just now it's working. It's really working just now. And I figure if we can do this for the next year and just kind of focus on it for the next year, we could probably 5x, 10x the business just from doing webinars. That's how good it's going to be. That's how much we're going to be focused on the webinars. And I reckon it's probably going to 10x, 20x the Positive Life Affirmations business, and it's going to do really well for cryptocurrencies as well, and Messenger Masterclass. Messenger Masterclass, it should be out there a lot more just now. A lot of people haven't got it, and I think it's going to be extremely, extremely important going forward for your business on Facebook. So we're going to be doing webinars for that as well. So I'm really excited, cannot wait. Elle Summers here as well, she's going to Arizona as well, as is Maria Flynn, who's a speaker, and Lauren Jono, and she's a speaker as well. Maria Flynn, yes, can't wait to dive more into webinars and the funnels for them too. Good stuff. There is definitely a right way and a right energy about them that I see too many miss out on. Yes, a lot of people are doing webinars, and I've attended lots of webinars, and I know kind of what I think is good. I've got kind of webinar scripts that we can do down pat as well. We can work on that in YDF Arizona as well, and you'll get the scripts for that as well, obviously exactly what we're going to be using, and you just tweak it every week. If you do a webinar every single week and you tweak it every single week from the questions you get, and then you can work the questions that you get into the webinar itself or the live training. I don't like calling them webinars, there's something psychological about that, so I call it live training. So we're going to be doing that and showing you that in YDF Arizona as well. What else we're going to be working on? Yeah, Arizona's coming up, and that's coming up in what? Jesus, it's not that long now. It's about 6 weeks, 7 weeks till YDF Arizona comes up, and I think we've got a few people signed up just now, but I'm not worried about YDF Arizona. YDF Scotland, when I done YDF Scotland, I was stressing out my nut for YDF Scotland, if I'm being honest, and because it was such a big venue, such a big event, so it was huge, and that's why obviously in the end I had to cancel it and do the YDF pods. And we've got a few people signed up for YDF Arizona, and I'm of the opinion that if we only have 7 people there or 70 people there, it's just going to be just as good as if we have 7,000, but it's just going to be a brilliant, brilliant event. So I'm not worried about the numbers. Obviously we're going to kind of promote that a lot more as well in the emails and kind of on Facebook as well, but I'm really excited about it as well, and I can't wait to meet kind of Jen and Elle and everybody else that's going. Kimberly, I think, and Howard is going as well, and a few other people that have kind of signed up for it, so really looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Cheryl Fletcher Greening, Brendan Bouchard does these webinars, just signed up for one of his classes. Yes, he's big on the webinars as well. I've noticed that because I've got his emails coming out as well. The Kajabi, I've been promoting him, his webinars as well, so it looks really good. So webinars do work, they really do work, and that's why we're going to be focusing on it for the next year. And I'm glad we started it. We started it back in November last year, and then we done it in November, and we kind of got it better, made it better. We done it in March, done really well, and we done it kind of recently, and it done really well as well. So I'm thinking, why not just focus on webinars and driving traffic? And the only thing we have to worry about is tweaking the webinar, getting it really good, getting the conversion numbers good, getting all the questions answered, getting all the kind of blocks that people have to buy in the program out there and in the webinar as well. If we focus on that, it could be a really brilliant, well, it is a really good kind of thing for the business as well, and I think it's going to 5x, 10x the business. Cheryl saying, Stephen, your webinars are all amazing. Thank you, Cheryl. I do appreciate you saying that. And Maria's kind of there in the, although she's not kind of live on the webinar itself, she's in the background doing all the work and kind of doing the work for the webinars, getting it set up as well, so she's been amazing. And I was saying to Maria this morning as well, that I've missed her over the last week because she's been on holiday, although she's still been kind of working a wee bit. I've missed her, just that kind of daily talk about what we're doing in business, and just in general as well. It's just good to have somebody to kind of talk to that kind of understands my passion, understands what we're trying to do with the YDF program as well. And because Maria's totally focused on the YDF program as well, even though she's got her own business at OWL and kind of Mojo Mastery and the things she's doing there as well. So I did miss you, Maria. I told you that this morning, and it's good to talk to you today as well. So I was telling her, you probably not know this, there's a program on TV called Posh Pond, and it's a really good program about this guy. He's a multimillionaire, and he buys and sells boats. He pawns them. He's a pawnbroker basically, but he's a very high-end pawnbroker, and he's got his kind of assistant called Joe, who works with him as well. And it's really good from a business point of view, kind of watching the program itself, but the dynamic between these two is really, really good, and it just reminded me of kind of myself and Maria, how we kind of bounce off well with each other. So it's brilliant to have Maria back, so really kind of missed her. And I'm also going to get back to all your messages, all the messages that were sent to me as well. Because I didn't have the internet, I'm going to get back to you today at some point. But I wanted to do these lives. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but it's up and running just now, so we're cool. Howard Mann, would the webinar be superior to a Facebook Live for, say, Tai Chi lessons? Yes, definitely. Because on a webinar, Howard, what you can set up, and you can, well, I suppose you could do this on a Facebook Live as well, but with a webinar, you've got a recorded version of it on Facebook as well, but there's not so many interruptions, and you can do both. So you could do a webinar live, a live training, but you can also stream it to Facebook as well. So you could do it that way. But to get people into the webinar, you can use Facebook Live. I would use it that way rather than doing the kind of webinar live itself, because it becomes an event. The webinar itself becomes an event, and people know what day it's going to be, they know when to sign up, they know what time it's going to be. With Facebook Live, there's a lot of people just come on just because they've seen you in the live map. I don't know if you know about live maps, but the Facebook have got a page where it's got live maps, and it just gives a wee dot for everybody that's in the world that's doing a live at that particular moment. So some people just jump onto your live because of that. But it's also good to get your emails sign-ups as well. So if you have a Facebook Live, you're not going to necessarily get the email sign-ups. But you could there's another way to do it. You could get an email sign-up and say, join my live at this time. So there's lots of ways to do it, but I would say it's superior to doing a Facebook Live, but you can use the two in conjunction with each other. Definitely do that. Maria Flynn, thank you. Miss you too. We have a great vision for YDF. Yes, we do. We definitely do, and I'm really kind of excited about what's going on at YDF just now. Really excited. Rod's Q, is always good to have someone on the same page to bounce off. It is, Rod. It is. Although I kind of get that every day, talking to you on the live and stuff like that as well. It's not the same as them being in the actual business itself. It's not quite the same, and it's a different kind of setup. Because I love kind of talking to you as well, just about this, because I'm so passionate about it. I just love it. John is saying, love this program. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad you enjoy it, John. Is it June? John, I'll say just now. Cheryl Fletcher Green, you'll still be doing lives, right, Stephen? Yeah, I'll still be doing the lives. I love doing the lives, talking every day. but I'll be doing the live training every week. Every Thursday we're going to be doing the live training, but it's just going to get better every week as we tweak it every week. So definitely still doing the live show. Mohammed Youssef, good programme. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Really appreciate saying that. I'll just see if there's any questions. Jack Johnson's joined us as well. Welcome, Jack. Oh, Laurie's right. I've not got Skype open, so I'm missing a few questions here. Elsa was saying great questions about price point, Laurie. So I've missed that question from Laurie. Right, I see that question now. Laurie Emmett, do you think there is a minimum product price point where webinars become viable? Yes. I'm going to be doing one for positive life affirmations at 97, but I don't think that's a viable price point. From 2 points of view. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be spending money on ads to drive traffic to the YDF live training. So if I'm going to be spending money, then having the price point of $597 is really good. But I'm not going to be spending money on driving traffic to the kind of positive life affirmations webinar, which is a $97 product. Because I'm not spending money on it, I feel much better at offering it $97. If I was spending money on it, I would probably double the price to $197. So I would say the minimum is $197. I was listening to Rick Mulready's podcast yesterday, because I had loads of time yesterday. So I was listening to his podcast about somebody doing webinars, and I can't remember her name. I think it was... Oh, Laurie told me about it actually. Laurie, you'll know the woman's name. It's Alicia, I think. She does webinars, and she's got a product for, I think it was $197, but she put it up to $349, and she's making, it must be $100,000 a month on webinars alone. So I've been listening to all these kind of trainings on the webinars and what to do better and stuff like that as well. And to be honest, we're literally just getting started, and we're still bringing in, I don't know, 5 figures a month, nearly 5 figures a month. So I'd like to get that up to 6 figures a month, bring a lot more people in, and really get them through the program, and just keep updating the program as we go as well. So yeah, I would say 197 if you are spending money on ads to do it. Because I'll not be spending money on ads for positive life affirmations, I'm just going to be using the blog traffic and the emails for that. We're going to be testing out 2 programs. It's how to be confident with women and how to be confident with men. So I'll have one landing page, and you either pick the webinar, one of the webinars you want to watch, how to be confident with women or how to be confident with men, and we'll run a webinar each on them, and we'll sell them that particular program, as well as give them loads of bonuses, which will be all the kind of positive life affirmation series. So that's the way I'm going to run it. So you've got to have that funnel there as well, and we can do an upsell to the magic program or one of the other programs that I've got out as well. So that's the way I'm going to be working that. But yeah, to answer your question, $197 I would say is viable. If it's free traffic, I would just go for anything, just test the different price points. Sheriff Fletcher Greening, where in Arizona in October is this being held? It's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's October the 17th. I think Maria's just put up, she's just put up the link for it just now for the YDF pods. And Cheryl's just saying, fantastic, Maria. Thanks very much for that, Maria. Abir Fahim has just joined us as well. Welcome to you, Abir. Good to have you here. Howard Mann is saying Phoenix, yeah. It's in Phoenix. Melissa Griffin, that was it. Laurie Emmett. And it was a really good podcast, actually. And we've got a link to all the great podcasts, actually. I just wrote a post as well about 10 podcasts every online business owner should listen to. That's a really good post. If you check out those as well, I've just put that up for you. I think you should kind of definitely have a listen to a lot of the podcasts. You learn so much on podcasts because what people tend to do on podcasts, they tend to give away everything. They give away all their knowledge on a podcast. You still have to figure it out as well. You still have to go in, learn, and kind of figure it out from what they've told you. But really, really good stuff on that. Got Stephen Webb in as well, another YDF tribe member. Welcome to you, Stephen. Good to have you here, buddy. Kimberly, I see as well. Right, so has anybody got any questions? I wonder if there's... Yeah, that's the other thing we were going to do. I've been woefully lacking can I get an affiliate resources page ready for all the YDF tribe members to promote these live trainings. Because we have, if you promote the live trainings and subsequently somebody buys from the live training, even if it's a week later or something, you can earn a commission from that as well. It's 50% commission just now, so it's $300. So I've been woefully lacking in that just now, so it's going to be something I'm going to have to do, build an affiliate resource page. And I thought Kajabi were doing it in their cycle just now. I thought they were updating all the affiliate stuff, but they've not done it yet. But whatever happens, I'm going to be building that affiliate page out, so it's going to be much easier for the YDF tribe members to promote the webinar as well, because it's a kind of clunky system, shall I say, in Kajabi, just to get your YDF or the live training, the affiliate code for it, the affiliate link for it. It's a bit clunky, so I want to make that as easy as possible. So that'll be another thing I'll be doing as well. And obviously we'll be promoting the affiliate stuff, the other affiliate programs we've got as well, like Messenger Masterclass. That should be much bigger than it is. I've just not kind of promoted it. Sheriff Ledger Greening. I loved the bot message quiz about the personality types. That was great. Excellent. Excellent. So I'll be doing more of those as well, Cheryl. This is going over to blog posts. So what Cheryl's talking about, I've got a bot set up with a sequence of messages, and it sends you over to kind of blog posts, or it'll send you over to live training, or it'll send you over to YDFLive, for example. So I'll be doing more of those quiz posts as well, because the quiz posts do really well for the blog. So we'll be doing a lot more of those as well. So that'll be coming out. The bot is just going to transform people's businesses if they use it the right way. And I see a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I see the people that I'm following using it really, really well. And some really good ideas coming out. Yeah, so I'm wondering if you've any more questions. What else was I going to say? Yeah, another way of driving traffic, and I'm going to be testing this out, is buying solo ads. So I'm going to buy a solo ad, and if you don't know what a solo ad is basically somebody's got a big email list, a business list for example, and they say, okay, I'll give you, I'll send out your kind of email, the email that you create to get people to the live kind of training, and I'll charge you maybe $1,000 for, or I think it's about $600 for 1,000 clicks. So for every 1,000 people that click on the link in the email on that other person's list, then obviously I'll pay $600 or something like that. But I'm going to be testing that out, because there's some really good solo ad sellers out there, and there's some really shit ones, to be honest. But there's some really, really good ones as well. So I'm going to be testing out solo ads to drive traffic to the live training as well, and see how they convert as well. And if that works, obviously I'll share it with you as well. So yeah, solo ads is a good way to drive traffic, especially to free ebooks. Solo ads are brilliant. In the personal development space, 1,000 clicks for a solo ad would probably cost you about $750. In the business space, it would probably cost you about $500 or $600 if it's going to tier 1 countries. I've used solo ads a lot in the past. I've never used them for the last couple of years, but I'm now going to go back to solo ads and test that out for the live training as well. So that's another thing we're doing. What else? Obviously working on the ads as well. Facebook ads, that'll be ongoing, just a training for that. And I've spoke to somebody from Facebook. They phoned up the other day, gave me a few tips as well on doing the ads. And what she said, the girl from Facebook, rather than driving them to a landing page for the webinar, is drive them to great content. And that was our plan anyway. But she said that's the best thing to do, and what I was doing was correct. And the only other thing that she kind of suggested was segmenting, how to segment and how to build up an audience as well, and a lookalike audience. So we spoke about that for about half an hour, and that was last week. So we'll be working on that again as well. I think that's it. That's all the things I was going to tell you. So if you have any questions just now, just ask away. I'll just see if there's any questions that I've missed from Maria. Nope, no questions I've missed. Any questions here? I've got Thea Westra in the house as well. Welcome to you, Thea. Good to see you here. What time is it over in Aussie? That'll be a late for you, whatnot, Thea. Magella Carney, hi, sorry late for class, new haircut. Yeah, new haircut. So yesterday when kind of internet was down, I got a few wee things done that I've been meaning to do for a while, and haircut was one of them. I've been meaning to do that for ages. Sheriff Fletcher Greening, no, Jeff Adams live yesterday mentioned Facebook might be charging soon for lives. Have you heard this? I haven't heard that actually, Cheryl. Yeah, I haven't actually heard that. To be honest, I'll need to speak to Jeff about that. Thea Westra, any reason you choose paid solo ads over ad swaps? Thanks, Steve. Just happened to catch you. It's 8:10 p.m. Yeah, the paid solo ads is because I don't have a big list in the business field just now. So if we were going to do 1,000 clicks swaps, so a solo ad is where you buy, like I'm just kind of explaining this to everybody else. A solo ad is where you buy 1,000 clicks from somebody's emails list. Say for example, 1,000 clicks or 500 clicks. So you buy 1,000 clicks and you buy that outright, and all the money you will keep. If you make any sales from those kind of people that buy from the clicks. An ad swap, you can do it, there's a couple of ways of doing it. You can do an affiliate ad swap whereby you get an affiliate link for somebody, they promote for you, you promote for them, and you get 50% commission. Or you can do a straight swap whereby you swap 1,000 clicks each. And actually I've got one running today, an ad swap for 1,500 clicks for somebody. So I'll send them over to a free ebook that they've got, and they'll send to their list 1,500 clicks to a free download that they've got for positive life affirmations. So they're going to be doing that. That's just started today. So the ad swap, I don't have a big enough list, Thea, in the business space, and this is something I'm working on just now. So probably got about 3,000 or 4,000, and the response from it to do a lot of kind of ad swaps. I don't know if I'd like to introduce that to the list just now, unless I do kind of one list specifically for kind of freebies. So if I'm giving out lots of freebies and people sign up for all them, I might use that. But once I build up to maybe 10,000, 15,000, then I'll certainly look at doing ad swaps as well. I think that would be probably better, to be honest. But at the moment it's going to be paid solo ads. Yes, he was telling people to go to BeLive or BeLive TV. Right, I need to speak to Jeff. Jeff mentioned something last week. He wrote to me kind of last week. I need to get back to Jeff actually. He mentioned something last week, but it wasn't about charging for that, so I need to check into that. Laurie Emmett, I was listening to an interview with Ankur Nagpal, creator of Teachable.com, and he said their data is showing them that programs with a limited launch window of 4 to 10 days do much better and then temporarily close them. I was wondering what your thoughts were on this. I guess what works better if you have several programs that you can promote on rotation. Yeah, so if you've got 4 big programs, for example, you could do a quarterly launch for each kind of your big programs if you've got 2 main programs. So for example, Amy Porterfield, she's got about 3 or 4 main programs. She does a launch kind of every year for each of the programs, so it works out about 1 every 4 months or something like that. So it'd be good from that point of view. I just don't like that model. I think it's too much hard work, too much stress, just having one big launch. I'd rather have an evergreen. But that's why the webinars is good, because with the webinars you can promote it every week and you can say in the email, okay, this offer is closing down in the next 24 hours. The program's not closing down, but the offer on your webinar is closing down. So if you were to go to the normal website and buy the YDF program, you don't get everything you're getting on the live training from the webinar. Well, the early people do that bought into YDF program do, but the new ones don't. So if you're buying the YDF kind of webinar, you're going to get bonuses in there as well, and we kind of close that down. So that's like a closing down kind of offer, but we do that every week, and we're not kind of telling people that we're doing it every week, but we're not saying that we're not doing it every week either. So we just we do that in the email sequence as well. So that's creating that scarcity as well. So you're talking about scarcity there. So if a program is launching and they close down the cart at a certain time, it does well for people. I just think it's much more stressful, and I think it's much more hard work as well, and you need more people on board, I think, to really make that work, and you really need to know what you're doing for a big launch like that. I'd rather do it the way I'm doing it, but different strokes for different folks. Theo Estra, yes, I asked because there are people here who may not be aware of various options, i.e. building a list by leveraging other people's lists. Yeah, I think we've spoken about that before, Thea. Something we need to kind of definitely put into the program as well, the YDF program, because a lot of people don't really know too much about it. But yeah, it's something we definitely need to put in, and it's a good way of building up your list very quickly, actually. Cheryl, I figured you would be the first to know about it, Stephen, because you're on top of everything about Facebook, so good to hear. Yeah, I don't know about it yet. I don't think Facebook are going to be charging for lives, to be honest. But if Jeff's saying it, he must have some kind of inside information. I'll need to check out. Magella Carney, is Messenger changing? Mine's takes forever to send. No, it's not changing. It must be, I don't know what it is. It could be a Facebook glitch or something. It could be your kind of internet connection, Magella. So I don't know what that could be. Theo Estra, short-term launches are high pressure for affiliates also. Yeah, I just think they're high pressure and high stress as well for short-term launches, because if you only launch once a year a program, for example, and you built all this up and something goes wrong on the day, so if you're doing live training, for example, to promote this, and something goes wrong in that live training, that's it. You have to kind of start from scratch again. I just don't. Way too stressful, I think. Edward Crystal's here as well. Welcome to you from Ontario. I think that's it. So has anybody got any questions while I'm here just now? Because I'm in a wee talkative mood because I missed my live yesterday. So if you've got any questions at all about anything we've spoken about or anything at all, just ask away. I'll just see if I've missed any more questions. Cheryl, Stephen, you are the Facebook guru. Just saying. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. People think that's probably a can of beer, but that's not a can of beer I'm drinking, by the way. It's called Monster. Monsters, it's just caffeinated, but it's kind of diet Monster, so there's no sugar in it. But I still get my caffeine kick, so I'm cutting down on the coffee. Because I have cut down on the coffee, this is another way to get caffeine. So I drink about a can of Monster per day, not 4 or 5 or anything, but about a can of Monster per day. And it keeps me going. And it's good, I like the Monster. I think that's it. I don't know if my questions have stuck or not, or the comments have stuck. But I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully it gives you something to kind of think about what you can do for your business, and if you want to kind of put webinars in the mix. And as I said, we're going to be promoting these. I'm going to be showing you exactly what to do for webinars at YDF Arizona. That's going to be kind of one of the topics I'm going to be talking about, and it's going to be a killer one as well. As is Maria's talk, that's going to be killer, as is Lauren John's talk as well, that's going to be killer. So if you want to join us in Arizona, it's going to be superb. Just click on the link that Maria kind of sent you. We'll kind of pin that to the top, and it'd be great to see you in Arizona as well. And it's good just to meet up with everybody as well. I think Rod Skews has got a question. Is it hard to set up a bot that goes as a wake-up call to different time zones? Yes, it is. So you can't do it with ManyChat at the moment, because they don't have it in different countries. They don't. You can't segment by different countries. You can segment at the moment, strangely enough, by the sex. Not if you've had sex. I'm just talking about the sex, either male or female. You can segment by that, but you can't segment by country and time zones at the moment. I would imagine another program might have it instead of ManyChat, which is the one we use. But there's more sophisticated programs coming out all the time. So I would imagine you would be able to do that, Rod. Rod is saying like a daily devotional. I see what you mean. I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I would imagine another program will have something like that, that kind of segments the different people into different time zones, and you can get them kind of wakened up at 7 a.m. or something, or 8 a.m. With their daily devotional kind of quote or something like that. Rod Q says, I noticed a few other pages do. Right, so that there must be something. It's just ManyChat doesn't have that just now, or it doesn't have that feature. But I would imagine they'll probably change that in the future as well. ManyChat you can segment by male or female, not yes or no. Maria Flynn. El Summer, thanks Stephen and Maria, always great information, thank you very much. El, good to have you here, and sorry about yesterday as well. El, you know what I'm talking about, just didn't have connection at all yesterday, it was a nightmare. Tina Workman, that's not good for you, have a great day, glad to see you back, love, light, blessings, namaste. What wasn't good for me? Oh, Monster's not good for me, apparently so, but anything is not good for you if you have kind of too much of it, so everything in moderation. That's why if I was having 10 cans a day, the Monster, then I'd get worried. But 1 can a day is not that much. Cheryl Fletcher Greening, I would love Arizona, I'm working on it, because we'll have to fly alone from Michigan. No big deal to fly alone though. I love flying alone as well, to be honest. I love kind of going out, because I'll have to fly down to London, and then I'll have to go over to, I think it was stopping in New York. No. So flying down to London is direct from London to Arizona. But I love it. I love the airport. I love kind of people watching. I love being on my own. I love kind of reading a book at the airport. I just love the whole experience of travelling. I totally love it. There's something magical about travelling alone that I totally love. There's just something magical about it. I love it. So I'm going to be travelling on the Sunday, the 15th. And I won't get into Arizona. It'll be Sunday night in Arizona, but they're 8 hours behind us, so it'll be about 17 hours kind of flying time. So it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it, and the growth event after it as well. And remember, you get your tickets for the growth event for $97 as well, instead of $297 if you're coming to YDF Arizona. So we've teamed up with growth as well, so that'll be good. Travelling alone is peaceful, says Maria Flynn. Yes, it is. It's really good. Rod Hughes is saying me too. Thanks Maria. Stephen for all the info. That's Cheryl Fletcher Greening. I fly alone a lot and love it. And that's Maria Flynn. Yeah, I totally love it as well. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Hopefully it's given you something to think about webinars and your kind of program, what kind of program you could bring out, how you could promote it on a webinar as well. And I'll talk about more about that on YDF and YDF Arizona as well. So it'll be good. So cannot wait, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time, same place. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.